Natural Empress Show. Empress Matcha. Natural like that. Well, stop it. I don't know where my song is.
It's okay.
Bam! Bam! I get it. Hello. We're having trouble streaming to your destination.
That's the on the app.
Yes, sir. So good to be with you. Empress Matcha, natural like that. I'm happy that I'm with you. Empress Matcha, yo, that's a fact. Hey, Talia. Here we go again. Star 106 hits. Welcome to Free Your Mind on this beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. So good to be in your company. Of course, today's show being brought to you courtesy of Generac IASD. Thank you to Fine Threads. I want to say also a big thank you to Pindertile, Muffler World, Fresh Market. Lactogen distributed by Lightpoints Trading has got us this hour as well. And of course, I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in. I got the Fresh Market and listen to me. Yeah. What happened? Fresh Market, your eyes just light up. You think food, right?
Yeah, I get
I got
excited
you.
when you talk about Fresh Market.
I got you. I got you. Fine. And then, of course, thank you to everybody tuned in, channel 976 on cable, and everybody that follows us, Star 106 on Facebook, Natural Empress on Facebook. Hello to Instagram, The Natural Empress, THE on Instagram. So, with that said, let's get right into it because I walked into this studio, right, feeling so nice and chirpy. And you just dampen my spirits. Like you're like the Grinch who stole Christmas.
It ain't me. It ain't me.
I'm going to talk about the Grinch who stole Christmas, by the way, but nevertheless, you dampen my spirits, and I think it's all about being informed. So I want to thank you still, although you're not the bearer of good news. But I want you to just enlighten folks who are in the dark, like myself. Because, well, before you do that, I want to kind of talk about Christmas for a second. Now, the Prime Minister's supposed to talk tomorrow, right? 5 o'clock?
Yeah, 5. Is it 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Okay.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. Yeah. How could I forget? I made a mental note of that. 5 o'clock because we're all very interested to hear the way forward. Now, this weekend is Halloween. Whether you celebrate it, like it, lump it, it's Halloween this weekend.
No, I'm gonna say this don't really feel like moving forward, but anyways.
Oh, just say what should I say? Correct me.
Moving to the side, backwards.
To the left. You want me to play the
to the left? To the left.
I can play the Caribbean slide. Hold on, Julian, wait for me. Julian, wait for me because you're right. It does not feel like
moving forward. Forward feel like a lie.
Okay, so how Julian is say it again?
No, that's Julian. To the right, to the right.
But Julian is how Julian's song go again? You know what I can play because I just feel like you say, the Caribbean slide is the way forward. All right, so let's play some Julian right here. Here's Julian Believe Caribbean slide right here on Star 106 Hits. Yeah, move to the left. To the left. That's it. I know what it was. Jump up on my head. Jump up on my get up now and move it. Move it. Go ahead and jump again and show how you can use it. Y'all see the Prime Minister do this dance? Everybody just move it. You seen the Prime Minister do this dance?
She can do this?
Yeah, but I see him on Julian Page doing this.
Wow.
That's why I picked this song. Okay. There was a subliminal message. That was it right there. Beats, he's a prophet, you know. He's a prophet. I see the Prime Minister doing this dance. You see what you call it? It ain't me, all this Beats. You can use it. Use it. Everybody just move jump up, jump up. You putting in the traffic?
Yeah, it's
jump up, Beats say it don't feel. What did I say? Why you said that?
You said we're gonna be moving forward.
Oh, when he talks about the way forward, and this boy say, hold on. Star 106 hits. Julian Believe right there with Caribbean Slide. You trying to figure out why I played that song? Well, you know, I was in the middle of saying to DJ Beats that, you know, our Prime Minister is going to be talking and, you know, tomorrow, 5 p.m., and he will be discussing the way forward. And you said...
I said, I don't think that forward is the right word. Maybe like to the left or slide or sideways,
like
backwards.
Jump up and whine, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, but it don't feel like forward.
Forward, okay. Hold that thought right there. We are going to take a quick break. I'm going to find out what's happening on the streets of Nassau. We got to get that traffic report in because, you know, some people knocking off from work right now don't know their head from their tail, which way to go. Some like,
well,
you know what, I can behave today.
We're about to find out pretty soon. You don't want to go onto these streets without hearing the traffic report first.
Right, so we're going to play the traffic report and then, of course, more Free Your Mind on the other side. So stay tuned.
What traffic is like this afternoon? It's quite manageable. Number of the popular thoroughfare.
It's quite manageable.
Traffic across the entire island can be described as, well, pretty well paced. Wolf Road and Maggie Street, they're active. Strong traffic flows moving up and down East Street. Robinson Road is active in both directions. And Carmichael Road has a fair traffic flow, especially along those southwest lanes. But overall, it's not that intense. Slow traffic across the island at this hour. Over some of the other corridors, you will have to slow down and stop for intersections. But compared to some of the other afternoon traffic at the same time, it is a reasonable one going on up there. Moving through the inner city area streets, like in Eggleston, Baytown, Palmdale, it's a moderate pace of cars that are in front of you and behind you, but not necessarily that bumper-to-bumper thing, that tight traffic going on. Mostly just running loosely, but busy. From the police blotter covering the last 24 hours, they investigated some 10 accidents. In fact, there's still 8 people in hospital as a result of traffic accidents. This Nassau Travel Report is service of Beyond Blind, offering curbside service. You can call them at 328-8250 or 376-5375 in order to place an order and pick it up at the door. Beyond Fly, still the only one with Bahamian flags in all sizes and the right color. Located on Bulk Road next door to Columbus Primary School. Busy around Skylook and traffic, keeping track of our drone and satellite network and PANN. Back in an hour with an update.
Pindletile has a huge selection of porcelain floor covers, from highly polished 2x2s to 2x2s with a cross-colored vein look, to 2x2s with the look of wood. There's also a whole ton of porcelain in other shapes and sizes, like the 12x24 heavily textured tile in different colors. Now, when I say heavily textured, I mean it has a corduroy, well, maybe not corduroy, more like a woven look and feel. Really different, and I imagine they should feel quite nice underfoot. Stop by Pindletile and have a look at all the porcelain.
Good character is not about glitz, glamour, followers.
Brooklyn, I ain't gonna complain.
It's about the...
Why? They don't make a difference. All right.
We at Character Day Bahamas want to highlight
How you?
shining examples of good character in the Bahamian community. Log on to characterdaybahamas.org to nominate the hidden heroes that make our Bahamas a great place to live. That's characterdaybahamas.org.
You drive with Castrol now, save too. With Castrol CRV Diesel. Yes, Bay Street Garage invites you to save big with Castrol CRV Diesel. When you buy a 5-gallon pail of CRV Turbo Max 15W40 or CRV Monograde 40, you get 4 quarts of CRV Monograde 40 absolutely free. Yes, free.
I sent you a picture. Did you see it?
Certain restrictions apply. Call Bay Street Garage for suggested retail prices on Castrol lubricants.
Stars and hits live at Rose.
Hi, I'm Mark Ronson.
All the hits, all day long.
Star 106 hits. Yes, indeed. Free your mind on a Talk to Me Tuesday. And of course, with that said, let me try this thing all over again. So I was saying to y'all that tomorrow the Prime Minister speaks at 5 p.m. and we're looking forward to hearing what it is he's going to say in terms of the way forward. I use that word again. And you said, Beats, look how you're gonna just throw smoke in the wheel. You said
I say it don't feel like forward. It feel like a lateral move or a move back.
You want me to play the cha-cha slide next? I mean, we already moved. We played Julian, move to the left.
Listen, you can play any song.
Right.
You can play any song what you want, but it ain't gonna change the fact of what's happening. And I don't like what's happening. I see why they're doing it, but I don't like it.
But you see why they're doing it, but is it working? See, that's my question. You know, if something is working, even if it makes you uncomfortable, then that's fine. You understand what I mean? But at least you can see a good outcome. You can see at the end of the dark tunnel, you see the light, hallelujah. But if you don't see the light and all you feel is darkness, then you got a problem.
Well, maybe my problem isn't what they're doing, but maybe the timing. Given that 2020 was 2020 is 2020 and 2010 will be remembered as the worst year ever.
Ever.
Right?
Ever.
But starting November 1st, the government will begin to
wait, before you just drop the bomb
don't drop it.
Don't do that. Okay. Let me explain to the people. You got to do it nicely. All right. So, Christmas is right around the corner, people. We've got 8 weeks left.
We're about
counting
59 days away from Christmas. 59 or 50, 58?
7 into 59. Okay. All right. So 8 times 7 is 56. So a little over 8 weeks. So 8.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's a time of the year, not only Bahamians, because I see a lot of foreigners on both pages as well, right? But all over the world, it's a festive time. It's a time of family. It's a time of togetherness. It's a time of love. Sometimes Christmas is the only time people show love.
A time of giving.
It's a time of giving. It's a time of receiving. And that too, I think, is going to be stripped and taken away simply because the affordability is no longer there. There are so many people who are unemployed. A whole lot of us are unemployed. Some people on half salary. Mm-hmm. All right. Some people on no salary. But my concern with Christmas is simply this. Christmas has become such an integral part of our lives, all our lives, from whence you can remember, from childhood. And I think the problem with that is that some people will celebrate Christmas and do as they always do by any means necessary. So I say that to say crime is going to go up. As much as crime seems to be on the downward spiral in terms of numbers, which is a good thing. So if you're looking for a positive in the so-called negative, the positive to COVID is that our crime numbers have decreased.
For the most part. So
you say it like it ain't really
I think the crimes have decreased, but in certain types of crimes and the amount of crimes that get reported is different from the amount of crimes actually happen.
Absolutely. But most things happen in the night, and if you can't be on the road past 7 p.m., chance of somebody getting juck up, stab up, shoot up is. I mean, you could do all those things in daylight too. But
I respect the lockdowns for that. If only that alone, that you have some sort of I don't know, some sort of comfort in the night, knowing that after 8, 9 o'clock. You could rest your head pretty much safe because ain't nobody coming in your place in the middle of the night because they got to go back on the same road to get back where they're going.
Exactly. But I say all of that to say this. again, people are going to do whatever they can to celebrate Christmas some kind of way. But when I came into the studio this evening, you just threw a bomb at me because I guess you just felt that was the thing to do.
I just found on myself.
Okay, so please enlighten in terms of all of those that are still going to try and celebrate Christmas. Here comes the competent authority once again.
I wish I could do his voice, but starting November 1st.
I could, if it was Neil Ellis' voice, I could have do it for you. I got that one unlocked. Now.
Really? Okay. Anyways,
I can leave that.
Yeah, leave that right down.
I leave that one.
Mm-hmm. So starting November 1st, Facebook will begin adding value-added tax on ads. This is the
Facebook is implementing that. That's not the government.
No. The government value-added tax will be taken out of the money that you pay for ads on Facebook for your small business.
Look how you run it out. We already, as small business owners, can't afford the rent, can't afford to pay staff fully. Now you're saying to me that the government is going to implement tax on Facebook ads because a lot of people can't afford. That's in January, I'm told.
Starting November 1st.
Oh, Maurice.
Unless there's been some recent change, according to
just the fact that they're going to be implemented is bad enough. Go ahead.
So now the overall intention, it's starting up with Facebook. The overall intention is to add value-added tax on all digital services and products that we consume here in the Bahamas. It does not matter if that is a foreign entity. What that means is that looking forward,
like Facebook,
right? You could look forward to paying value-added tax on your Netflix subscription, on your Amazon
We've done
Prime,
home all day because we can't go to work.
On your Amazon Prime, on your Sam's Club membership, your Walmart orders, and your eBay orders. Everything.
Hold on. On the Walmart orders?
Everything.
Amazon orders?
Everything.
So you pay the US, their service tax.
Yes.
Right? Plus, you're saying to me now we'll be paying Walmart their tax plus
Empress
12.5.
Imagine having to pay. Imagine having to pay
don't do it.
12% VAT, right? Checking out from Amazon. Then you have to pay 12% VAT plus customs. Then you have to pay 12% VAT on the freight charges from the shipper. So you're paying VAT 3 times now.
No, Beat, seriously, man. It ain't April 1st. Don't do that. don't do it.
Yeah, well, November 1st, all us could be the fools.
November 1st. Say it again. So you're saying all foreign entities, including Netflix, Walmart, Amazon Prime, Target, where else people are showing? Where BAME is the show?
Now, as far as the information I have right now, starting November 1st, the Facebook ads, you will start to see the 12% VAT on your Facebook ads. Going forward, it will then change that all digital services and products purchased from the Bahamas, you will pay 12% VAT.
And then you said when you bring them in,
when you bring them in, you then have to pay an additional 12% VAT on plus customs. Then you have to pay the 12% VAT of the freight that the shipper charge you.
So you're paying tax upon tax upon tax.
Yeah.
And this supposedly is going to begin real soon.
I mean, yeah, supposedly it's supposed to begin real soon.
Okay, so
I guess that they're trying to say the government needs to tax us more for the services that we've been, making use of since COVID started.
Okay, so you killed, I want you to believe the weekend lockdown is killing, COVID is just killing most businesses. When you look around town, and I won't call any names, y'all know where they are.
Mm-hmm.
One major one at the mall is closed. Two of them. Because the place with 3 letters is closed in the mall and closed on Wolf Road.
You lie. I thought they couldn't close.
Oh, okay. So they're closed. And when you see places like the 3 letters closing and the big one in the front of the mall closed, right? And then you drive through other places. I see one shoe place in the Palmdale area closed. I saw, as a matter of fact, I could call the name. That's Shoe Depot. I saw Egan on the news, the owner, and he was like, what it costs to operate, it makes no sense. Because the curbside simply makes no sense. Because here it is. I want a pair of tennis. What kind of tennis you want? I want a comfortable pair of tennis. What color you want? I don't know. Bring me one black, one white. Bring me one with multicolor. Okay, what
Mhm.
size? 8.5. Okay, so they bring you 3 tennis.
Mhm.
I like none of them. So guess what? They have to go back and get it, right? And keep coming back until you are satisfied. All right. People have time for that because there are 10 people behind me who
Mhm.
want the same service. All right. It makes no sense. I tried buying a brassiere for a young girl to date.
Mhm.
And that was tedious as I don't know what, because I need to see what you got.
Yeah.
They bring out the whole store outside to my car, and I ain't like none of them.
Empress, I honestly I want to support Bahamian businesses, but trying to get things, and especially when it's something specific in the Bahamas, is next to impossible. Imagine the frustration of needing a part for your car, right?
Wait, British Bahamian wants to know how are they going to be able to charge VAT on a service like Facebook that they don't own?
I'm not the
How? Yeah,
Minister of
that's a good
Finance.
question. How?
They need to explain it to me. It's set to happen. I guess he's going to explain this in his address
Address
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
But that's what they're proposing.
So kill Christmas, because a lot of people are trying to save a dollar or two by ordering online, because most of the stores here you can't go in anyway.
You
And
know,
a lot of them are closed.
a lot of times the politicians, they always represent Singapore, Singapore, Singapore. And I get the feeling that they're trying to turn the Bahamas into Singapore. Inside Singapore, if you want to bring something
You
in like
mean
a car,
Sing Poor?
if you want to bring in a car in Singapore, you have to pay for that twice, right? Whatever the value of that car is, you're paying for that twice. That's how their customs work. You're paying for it twice. You can look it up.
Why? What's the charge?
I don't know. Maybe the Singapore government doesn't want people to order things from outside of the country. Maybe they're trying to say ordering things online is a luxury.
Mhm.
And if you really need it, buy it from someone who have it over here. Maybe that's what they're trying to do.
So hold on now. Hold on. If you say November 1st, right? What happens to the Black Friday deals like Miss Hamilton is asking? Like what's gonna happen to those deals? They're no longer deals if you have to pay tax on top of tax on top of tax. Huh?
This is where it gets confusing for me, Empress. Like, okay, yeah, you want to discourage people. I get it. You want to discourage people from spending the little dollars that they have
But that's
online.
their prerogative to spend.
That's their prerogative to spend. But I get it's a difficult time, and you want to try to teach people a hard way to be more frugal. I get that. But what about the business owners whose business it is to bring things in to sell to Bahamians? Do they get a discount?
That's the question. Is Bahamians good? Those are the answers we're going to need. Now, the next thing I think that a lot of people are waiting on to hear whether they're going to try and make a mass exodus out of here is no real. You
You
laugh.
must see what's reading my mind.
You laugh, but I'm serious. When you talk about these things, people are planning their great escape. Okay. Whether or not you're going to have to quarantine when you come back. And my question is simply this, and this is what I tune in to
Come
hear
back?
tomorrow. I mean, some people coming back, they got Grammy here still, they got to come back. You know what I mean? Or the children or whatever. But the real question is, are we still going to be on lockdown when they allow the tourists to come? That's the biggest answer. I'm personally waiting to see how that works, because is it going to be where we're still on lockdown until the end of November, but the tourists can come in on the 1st? But the question is, who's going to service them when they come in if we're on lockdown?
I mean, I feel like it's really sad that our first thought can be who can service the.
But that's what it is, because
like
remember now, we thrive on tourism. Okay, and if that is the industry, that ain't no secret, then of course we have to figure out who is going to be of service to these people.
I get that, but something about the notion of
I agree. No,
people
no.
being locked down, right? And you only could get out
Because
to
you
serve
gotta
these
service
people
these
who come to.
Slavery at its sorry, did I say that loud? Slavery at its very best.
You know, we don't say the S word.
Oh, I didn't say the S word.
Oh.
I behaved today. Yeah, no. I'm just saying, who's going to be of service to these people? Or is it that if you work in the hotel industry, food and I don't know, because they gotta eat. They gotta eat.
They gotta eat, so you gotta have the chef.
You gotta.
The chef
but
gotta
is it
come.
that everything is gonna be at your hotel? So if you work at a hotel, you get fed at your hotel, you get entertained at your hotel, you sleep at your hotel. What
Yeah.
about the local vendors? What about introducing them to the fish fry? What about getting their hair braided? Is the beach going to be open for them? Do they have to wear a certain pass to get on the beach that signifies that they are or identify them as a tourist if we're still on lockdown, if the natives can't go to the beach. Wouldn't that be a day if they said that they could go and we can't?
I think it's a day that we need to prepare ourselves. I
That'll
could see
never
it
happen.
happening.
Never.
I could see it happening.
Never.
Them being listen, if the tourists come over and you
Never.
stay
No,
in
I
the
wouldn't
PI, you
play
could
with
go to the
that.
beach over there, but you can't go to the beach over Sanders. You can't go to Sanders Beach. I could see them
You're
saying
saying
that.
if they, but that's an all inclusive, and that's just one of a few.
No, I'm saying I could see the government making a stipulation that the beaches directly in front of the hotel properties are open, and then it's up to the hotels to police the beach.
You know what? Let's take a break on that one because you stirring up this pot with a little bit too much pepper. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. Free your mind on a Talk to Me Tuesday right here. We're Star 106 Hits.
The toddler is an important phase for your child.
But this one say, but are these brothers the Myers group among paying VAT as much as we are? The money will not trickle down in the lockdown model. I agree, it's not. I wonder if they just. You think they're just trying to kill the economy and come
That's
again?
what Johnny Cake said.
That's what he said.
I believe you're just trying to kill us. What he said.
Just dead us.
That's
One way,
trying.
either you
That's
gonna
how
die
it
of COVID,
feels.
or you see when you see people start killing themselves, it's a serious thing.
Start. There was a
Somebody else. I saw the
in Andros.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I
there
saw
was
the
a
one
man who
locally.
set himself on fire
Dino.
in front of a church in Andros.
Recently, today.
I wish I could pull up the story. Let me pull up the story
Serious?
because I don't like the gossip. When I come, I like to come with
Come
facts.
correct. Yeah. No. We're in the media. We gotta come correct. But suicide is going to definitely. Crime may be down, but suicide can be up.
Like it feels like Corona and what the government is doing. You're gonna die some way. Either you're gonna die financially.
6 ways to die. Choose one. Sorry, 6 ways to die. Choose one.
Either you can die financially, either you could die spiritually, emotionally, or you gonna literally physically die. And the only ones that are gonna be left are the people that willing to work with and do what they say.
I get goosebumps just now. My girl just signed on. Kayla,
Mm-hmm.
listen to me. You and I are talking, right? You ever stop to think about what the family islands feeling? Mind you, they free to move about like Freeport, but they still have not recovered from Dorian, Abaco, Rumkey, Mayaguana. These places are still, Grand Bahama, there are a lot of places, Abaco, that still have up tarpaulin. Huh?
Say what?
You hear me?
Would you say tarpaulin?
Yeah, the blue plastic
Wow.
on roofs.
I could believe that.
And we're in the midst of the hurricane season still. We ain't in the clear yet. Okay? Oh, geez. Oops. What's gone into commercial? Star 106 Hits, welcome back. Free your mind on a Talk to Me Tuesday. And of course, we're just trying to kind of, feel out what tomorrow's address is going to be. I said, trying to find out the way forward. Beat said, don't use that word forward. He said, I must do the cha-cha slide, move to the left, to the right, to the side, jump up and
jump up and down.
But you don't feel we're moving forward.
I don't feel
anything else but moving forward.
No.
So I got some news here. Beats is beyond it now. Say there's a suicide victim set himself on fire in front of Reverend King's Church in Mangrove Key, Andros, and there is live footage in this video. So apparently this man set himself on fire in the beautiful community of Mangrove Key this afternoon, taking his life.
No, that was the 26th.
And Bahamas is learning a domestic incident drove the trouble-minded into deep darkness after he discovered he would remain lonely for a while. Okay, that's one.
That's one
of more to come. If you looking like I have somebody who would say, if you're looking up from the bottom, and you can't, all you still seeing is the bottom, then it's like
you underground.
Exactly. You at the bottom looking up, and you still seeing the bottom. This is going to mentally be challenging for many people. And like I said, we're talking about all these new implemented taxes. We're talking about the lockdown. We're talking about all these things. And like I said, when I saw my girl chime in from Grand Bahama just now, it took me to another place because their sufferation is totally different from what we feel here in the capital. We feeling it, and you're seeing it all around you. But just think for a moment, all of those people who before COVID
Mm-hmm.
still ain't had no job, still ain't
Mm-hmm.
had, and literally did not have and still don't have a roof over their head. You feel this weather? You see the rain?
Okay.
Think about those people.
And then, a lot of times, Empress, we're ignorant to it, living inside the capital. You see, last time we had a lockdown, we had Bahamians from Nassau saying, well, I just can go to the family island to do this and that. But you're going there spreading, and I'm not, I'm
Yeah, insinuating that everybody's spreading, but yes, the spread happens that way.
the spread happens that way. You can't do this. Like,
What is Christmas going to be like in your opinion? Because here it is, you're telling me we can't online shop unless you're filthy rich because you got to pay tax on top of tax on top of tax. So, we're big on Christmas.
Mhm.
How feasible is Christmas to the Bahamian consumer and the Bahamian people right now? Because we're about giving gifts, we're about receiving gifts, we're about, families spending time, we're about that big meal, we're about, camaraderie, we're about, Christmas is a time, sometimes that's the only time your coworkers or your family is talk to you.
I think this.
What is going to happen?
I think this Christmas, in order for one to consider this Christmas a success, or to say that they had a good Christmas, is going to require them finding out what's really important to them in life. Aside from the job, aside from the gifts, aside from the money.
This person just joined us. Say what you said? No more taxes? No, sweetie, plenty more taxes.
More, plenty more. More.
Oh wow! Sorry, continue.
Yeah, but to have a good Christmas this year, you would have to find what's really important to you. And once you have that,
what's important for most people is family. It's that
Yeah.
family. What happens if all this social distancing is still in full effect and you can't be with family? You have parents and family members whose systems are compromised. They can't be around people.
I feel like we're gonna have a lot of calls.
We're gonna have a lot of
We're gonna have a
depressed
lot.
people.
No, we're gonna have a lot of calls on the COVID snitch line because
You think
it's
people can just do it?
unstoppable to stop Bahamians from gathering during the Christmas times. I'm sorry, it's gonna happen in one way
One
or
thing
another.
to get them off the beach for
Yeah.
the holidays is one thing, and that's been successful.
That's been successful.
Okay, so you're saying that's good, but come
That's good.
Christmas,
But come Christmas,
God help you.
we're gonna find some way of coming together.
Virtually? Do you think we're gonna log on to the virtual Christmas gatherings?
Empress, I still need the food. That's what I tried to get at.
Pictures.
No. I need the food. I need to taste Grammy cooking. I need to taste Grammy stuffing, and the only way to get Grammy stuffing is if Grammy bring it to me, or I go and get it from her.
Okay, so when you can't do this, what are you saying? Are you saying that the COVID hotline is going to be in full effect?
It's going to be in full effect this Christmas.
You think people are just going to be ruthless regardless of all the orders put in place?
Or we could have a Christmas where people they're understanding that, hey, this is Christmas and it's hard to keep families apart and nobody snitches on each other. And then in January we have another outbreak. So
pick your poison is
pick
what
your
you're
poison.
saying. No, you can't say that because, again, like you said, it's one thing for us to have been contained and controlled during the holidays, although people was breaking that too.
Mm-hmm.
But Christmas in particular is a time unlike no other in the year for Bahamian people.
I mean, you see how many things that happen during the Christmas time that calls for us coming together. You got your night watch service. That canceled.
Yeah, but church is still in effect.
It
on for a couple hours.
I guess
So
you
you
could have the
maybe-
night watch service virtually. That could work. We could have the virtual night watch service. That could work.
Okay, all right.
John Canoe cancel and
Finish. So
that
the
one
spirit
over.
of the people already, for the most part, killed.
No, it's not killed. It's taking a beating, a severe beating, but it's not killed. It's not dead.
you're obviously not a real junkanooer. You know what it is in the life of a real junkanooer not to have junkanoo. One thing, Carnival just come around and they knew, all right? But it's like new broom sweep clean, old broom know the corner.
I
Okay, we talking about the old broom.
I get
It's
that.
it's an integral part
It
of
is.
not only Christmas, but hey, Gerard, right? Not only Christmas,
Mhm.
but our culture as
And
a people. It runs through the veins of many Bahamians more than probably you and I.
I agree. That's why I say I don't think it's dead. It's wounded. It's
Okay,
hurt.
so Christmas is
But
wounded.
when something dead, that can't come back. It can
Okay,
come
fair
back.
enough. All right, fair
Yeah.
enough. So yes, Christmas. I mean, Junkanoo can come
Yeah.
back.
And
There
I
will
feel
be.
like there are still people out there fighting to find a way for us to have Junkanoo
Do you
this
think
year.
Junkanoo can be delivered virtually? Can you?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, actually. I
How?
was thinking about that. Amber's, I'm a very creative person. I think it
That
could
is
work.
true.
I think we could have the Valley Boys send a representative, send their group, send let's say five people that they want to represent the Valley Boys.
Junkanoo's a feeling.
I
You
know,
can't feel that
I
goes
know,
in through
but at
no
least we can still
computer
have the
screen, bro.
competition of it.
Okay, for that reason.
Yeah, so we
yes.
can have some representatives from the Saxons, representatives from the Valley Boys, representatives from the Pigs, and just same way we did the horticulture competitions. Then you just vote. I think that could work.
You know, we're going to talk more about this maybe tomorrow. I don't know. It's very depressing. But folks, look forward to what it is your prime minister is going to say tomorrow. Will the tourists be let in? Do you think do you think November 1st is really going to be the time for us to try and regenerate the tourism industry? Because that I won't say dead because you said dead means it can't come back.
Mhm.
All right, so that dying industry.
Yeah.
That sound better?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to come back?
I think it needs some medicine.
But you cannot bring it back without the sun and the sea, or should I just say the sea? Because if you don't offer them people the sea, that means the beach have to open. But will it be open to everybody or just the tourists? That's the question. Dun 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 dun. Y'all stay tuned. 5 o'clock tomorrow. I think some of those answers, some of those questions will be answered.
Yes.
All right. So look forward to that. It was a take it easy. No, they ain't take it easy. What it is a Talk to Me Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening. Of course, top of the hour, 5 o'clock. You drive at 5 with yours truly alongside DJ AI comes your way.
Cafe and Deli is open in the Saunders Beach Plaza.
I beg and pop you would be quick. Mark the social media.
What that is?
I just get this, as you can see.
You're on live, okay?